Good morning. Today is Saturday, March 10th, and we are on our way to our Weight Watchers meeting. And my hope is to lose a 0.2 because then I will be in the 30s. I can't wait. Oh, sunny. Jeez. This isn't a good angle I can see, but I figured I'm trying to find a way to put this phone so it doesn't go crazy on me. Let's see if when I'm going this way if it makes a difference. I think I'm going to have the sun in my eyes. But that could be my sister Sue shining down on me because she's telling me that today's a trigger day because today's the 3rd anniversary of the day she passed, and those usually set me off. But I'm aware of it early, and I'm acknowledging it early, and I'm going to get past it. I'm just not going to let it affect me. I'm just not. It's like any other day of the year, I guess. But I miss her. I miss her a lot. It's going to be even more hard because I'm going to have to go in that room today. It's the room because we're going to see Barb. Thankfully, she's not in the same bed, but I got to pass the bed. And I know that's like superstitious and, you know, all of that good stuff. I know all of that. But it's still hard. It really is. But I'll feel her presence with me today. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna have her watching over me. So I'm gonna have, I don't know what I'm gonna have. I will have strawberries, but I don't have any blackberries or raspberries because I've eaten them all. And so I'm grateful for banana. But I have some leftover turkey, so I'm gonna have a turkey sandwich. I know that at some point today. I'm going to have. I'm going to play it by ear. I have to stop by my tax guy because my taxes are done. So I don't know what that's going to bring. We'll see. And then visit Barb. And then I'm going to do some laundry. I always have laundry to do. And what else I'm going to do? Just go from there, I guess. Tomorrow is Christy's actual birthday. So I told her I'd take her out to dinner, but she gets to pick, so I don't know what we're going to do. Sophia shoots at an archery league, so it'll be later in the afternoon anyhow, but I go to church, so we have that. And then other than that, no big plans. I'm going to really try hard to do better this week because I haven't been doing as well as I could be doing, and I know that. So I'm going to try my very, very best to do better, and know that I can accomplish it. I just know it. So I'm going to hopefully get some walking in because it's supposed to be really nice this week. I'm looking forward to that. Nice being in Michigan in the high 30s, low 40s. Not like Michelle over at my Everyday Wife Life complaining because it was 40-some degrees. But I understand in Florida that's really cold. I remember we went there one year for Christmas. I think it was, the day after Christmas we had gone. It was just after Jim's mother had passed and she had left us money. So we spent it, we took the whole family on the Disney cruise. And we went to Florida, and I remember the one night it went down to 42 degrees and they had a pet warning to bring your pets in. Michigan, they go, pshaw, 42 degrees. It's a heat wave. But I think I told you that story about when we went to Disney World that time and we were coming back and the weather was terrible up north and most of the airports were being shut down, and we called from the hotel before we left to see if our flight was still scheduled, and they said, yeah, it was still scheduled. Well, by the time we got to the airport, it was scheduled no longer because it was canceled. And so we had to stand in line forever and ever. And then we finally got up to the ticket window, and the lady next to me was like, oh, she was yelling at this poor guy and blaming him for the weather, and it wasn't fair, and blah, 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 blah. And there was 9 of us traveling at the time. And, ooh, policeman. Slow down. I know I stop talking in that because I don't want him to think that I'm not. I don't know that this is against the law. I know you can't text and drive. They didn't say anything about YouTube and drive. We'll see. He's still following me. I'm going to take a different route to get to this meeting because I think he's checking up on me. If he doesn't get in this lane, then I'll know I'm fine. Okay, he didn't get in this line. I couldn't fix you because I didn't want him to be aware that I was aware that he was there. Let me pull over here and I'll fix you better. I know you're kind of out of the picture right now, but I can't do anything at this particular moment. Let me see. There we go. Now you're better. I'll go this way. Big bump. Sorry about that. You lost me there for a minute, but we didn't want Sandy to get a ticket. So anyway, she was like yelling and screaming, and he says, well, I have good news and bad news. And I said, what? And he says, well, the good news, I can get you all to Atlanta and get you a room. And then from there, let me pull over here for a minute so I can finish my story. And then from there, you can connect over, but you'll have to spend the night in Atlanta, and I've already arranged for you to have a room. And I said, oh, okay, that's nice. So, and I says, well, what's the bad news? He says, well, the bad news is you got like 3 minutes to get to that gate. This was before it was after 9/11. So Jim, Jimmy, and Danny ran like hell to get to the gate, and they got on the plane, and then the rest of us got on the next plane. And the whole time the lady next to me, she's just yelling at this guy. I felt so bad for him because, you know, he was doing all he could. You know, it's not his fault it was snowing. And so we got going. And, you know, when we got off the plane, there was, you know, a representative from American Airlines. That's what we flew, American Airlines, that came to help us transfer over to the, give us our tickets. And they gave us food vouchers so that we could eat dinner in the airport, and then they gave us breakfast vouchers that we'd have to eat in the airport the next day, and then they had a shuttle that brought us to the motel, and then from the motel in the morning the shuttle picked us up and brought us back. And when we got to the airport the next day after we had our good night's sleep and our good breakfast, because they gave us a lot, I think we even shared it with some people because they gave us way more than we needed. And there's this lady, and she was like, same lady, complaining and complaining and complaining. And I said, oh my gosh, where did you sleep? Because I'm thinking that everybody, you know, got a room. And she says, what do you mean, where did I sleep? And I go, I'm just kind of wondering, you know. She says, I slept on the floor. I said, you slept on the floor? She says, yeah, they made me sleep on the floor. That's where I was all night, on this floor, this hard floor. And I went, oh. She says, why? Where did you stay? And I said, well, we stayed over at the Best Western. She says, how did you get tickets for that? How did you find out about that? And I says, the guy at the counter gave them to us. Oh my gosh, she was even madder then. But when I got home, I wrote a really nice letter to American Airlines, and I got everybody's names, and I gave them high commendations. And it was a trip of a lifetime. I remembered it. It was nice. So we are here now. And I am going to go in and hope for a 0.2 loss. So I'll talk to you when I get out. Okay, are you ready? Because I have good news. I have good news and I have good news. The good news is I lost 0.9, which puts me into the 30s, well into the 30s, 239.2 to be exact. Yeah. So now I'm definitely got a firm hold into the 30s, on to the 20s. That's my next goal. But also 65 pounds, 10 pounds to my charm, 10 pounds into my 20s. It's a win-win situation. I can't wait. I just can't wait. I'm just so happy. I was just hoping for the 0.2. I told you that because I had a bad Sunday. I'm not going to do that this weekend. I'm going to do a lot better, especially today because I have my sister Sue watching over me, and she's going to make sure I don't make poor choices on my food. But I like looking at that number. I just love looking at that. I could just sit here all day and just 65 pounds. I've reached my goal. And a friend that I used to work with Or as my one friend that I call my bestie would call her, an acquaintance. I consider everybody I meet my friend. I don't care. But anyway, I haven't seen her in years. And she come over and she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, Sandy? And I turned around and her name is Sandy. I went, Sandy! And she says, I wasn't sure that was you because I couldn't believe it. You know, you're so thin. Somebody called me thin. They called me thin. So, anyway, so she says, you were so thin, I didn't think it was you. It wasn't until you opened your big mouth that I knew it was you. So I go, yep, it's me. So that made me feel good too. So it was just an all-around good day. Good day, sunshine by Beatles. I love it. So anyway, going over to Birdie's and then we're going to go see Barb. So I will see you guys later on. Well, I'm going to have a good, successful weekend.
Bragging about me days ahead?
I was bragging about this woman over there, the old bat.
Hello, people.
Look at her. She's got an ice pack on her knee.
I do, because I got a bad knee. Sandy kicked me.
Only when she was down. I didn't do it when she was standing.
That's you.
I waited till she tripped and fell, and then I kicked her.
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't help her up.
Yes, but Sandy came over because she wants to go see my lovely sister.
Yes, because she's what?
She's special.
Yes.
I'm beautiful, I'm princess, but she's special.
Yeah. All right, say goodbye.
Goodbye, people.
Okay, I'm going to eat now. Guess what? I'm not having berries for breakfast because I don't have any. Well, I have some strawberries, but I just didn't feel like doing it. So I got some turkey left over from Thursday. So I started my day with a prayer. I drank 16 ounces of water. I got to get moving with my water. My quote is, motivation gets you started, but determination keeps you going. 24 smart points, 2 points for my turkey sandwich. It's the Aunt Millie's low-fat wheat bread, and the turkey's free. It's 0 points. And then 1 point for my tablespoon of Miracle Whip, 5 points for my Cheetos, and 0 for my tea and water. It's an 8-point meal. So I have 16 points left. I divided up all my little Cheetos and put them in little bags, and so I knew when I wanted it, I could have it. So there, I'm going to go and eat. Well, I didn't film it, but I ended up having 2 slices of pizza and a glass of water for my dinner. Jim came home with some pizza that really wasn't that good. I didn't even finish it. I love pizza, and I love the pizza from this place, but he wanted to try a meat lover's pizza. It just had too much stuff on it. So I mostly just ate the heavy crust at the top and the pepperonis. I picked the pepperonis off. I still used probably 20 points. Who am I kidding? But I mean, you know, I used 4 of my weeklies, but I'll move on from there. I wanted to tell Amy from Ennis for Nurse, I got a 5-pound sticker today. For some reason, she needs to move to Michigan because we still get the stickers. They haven't given out the little 5, 10, and 25, 50-pound charms. We still get a ribbon for 10 pounds, and we get a charm for 25, 50, 75, and 100. But then we still get 5-pound stickers all the time. And I'd like to tell her, too, not to rub it in even more, but I'm one of the 1% of the population. I've had 3 children. I've been pregnant 4 times, but I've had 3 children, and I didn't have a cesarean, and I had only 1 labor pain, and that was with Christy. And oh my gosh, that pain was so bad. I always tell Birdie that because she had 2 kids, and she had long labors. I had long labors, but because I had seizures, they sedated me, so I didn't have any pains. And Christy, I got to the hospital at 9:30. She was born at 9:43. I had that major pain, and that was just enough for me to tell you that she was my last child. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to do a question and answer. So look for my videos tomorrow. Okay, real quick, I did forget to mention that I had, someone had asked me last week sometime about the Freestyle program, and I was going to talk about it, and I wrote your name down, and I can't find the piece of paper that I put your name on, and I really apologize. But I do have some information I wanted to send to you about the Freestyle program. If you can leave me your name, or, you know, let me know in your comments below who it was. I apologize, I can't remember. Brain fart. And we can figure out a way to communicate to each other that I can get it out to you, because I'd like to mail you the information that I have. So let me know in the comments below who you were, and I apologize, I can't remember.